Most of us are familiar with standard PTSD. We think of a single, shocking event, a car crash, a natural disaster, or a sudden tragedy. But there is another kind of trauma, one that doesn't come from a single storm, but from a lifetime of continuous, repetitive rain. This is complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or C PTSD. It develops from chronic, long-term trauma, often where escape feels impossible, such as an unhealthy childhood environment or a long-term toxic relationship. Because it happens over months or years, it weaves itself directly into the fabric of who you are. If you've always felt fundamentally different, hypervigilant, or disconnected from others, you aren't broken. You might just be living with the echoes of complex trauma. Today, we're exploring both the well-known signs and the deeply hidden, uncommon symptoms of C PTSD. Let's start with the classic signs of C PTSD. These are the symptoms most frequently identified by therapists, though they are often misdiagnosed as standard anxiety or depression. Emotional flashbacks. Unlike regular flashbacks, these rarely involve visual memories. Instead, you are suddenly flooded with the intense feelings of the past, intense shame, helplessness, terror, or despair. You feel small, unsafe, and trapped, even if your current environment is perfectly fine. Chronic hypervigilance. This is an ongoing, exhausting state of high alert. Your nervous system is constantly scanning the room, analyzing a partner's tone of voice, or waiting for the other shoe to drop. You are perpetually ready for a crisis because for a long time, crises were your norm. Deep-seated toxic shame. With C PTSD, there is a harsh, relentless inner critic. It doesn't just say, "You made a mistake." It tells you, "You are a mistake." This manifests as a severe, continuous feeling of unworthiness or being fundamentally flawed. Difficulty regulating emotions. You might find yourself experiencing sudden, explosive anger, or conversely, moving instantly into emotional numbness and dissociation. The middle ground feels incredibly difficult to find. While the common signs are heavily researched, complex trauma also distorts everyday habits in ways you might never expect. These are the subtle, uncommon signs that people rarely talk about. Compulsive people-pleasing. We all know fight, flight, or freeze, but C PTSD frequently triggers a fourth response, the fawn response. This is the unconscious habit of merging with the needs, wishes, and moods of others to keep the peace and stay safe. If you find it literally terrifying to say no, or if you naturally morph your personality to fit whoever you are with, this may be a trauma response. The need for constant productivity. Do you feel intense anxiety when you try to relax? For many survivors, staying incredibly busy is a defense mechanism. If you stop moving, the emotional flashbacks catch up to you. Productivity becomes a shield against pain. A fragmented sense of identity. When you spend years adapting to survive your environment, you lose touch with who you actually are. People with C PTSD often struggle to answer basic questions about their own preferences, values, or life goals. Hyper-independence, a fierce refusal to ask for help, even when you desperately need it. Because early support systems failed you, your brain concluded, "No one is coming to save me, and trusting people is dangerous." And finally, unexplained chronic physical pain. Trauma isn't just stored in our thoughts, it lives in the body. Unexplained migraines, chronic fatigue, severe muscle tension, or digestive issues are incredibly common hidden indicators of a nervous system trapped in a perpetual survival loop. Because C PTSD alters your personality structure, it is incredibly easy to mistake it for something else. Many survivors spend years being treated for generalized anxiety, borderline personality disorder, or clinical depression without making progress. Traditional therapy focuses on changing thoughts, but complex trauma requires healing the nervous system. It requires teaching your body on a biological level that the danger has passed and it is finally safe to step out of survival mode. If you recognized yourself in these signs, both the common and the hidden, please know this. Your behavior is a brilliant, logical adaptation to an illogical, unsafe situation. Your mind and body did exactly what they needed to do to keep you alive. But you don't have to just survive anymore. Healing from complex trauma is entirely possible. It begins with self-compassion, somatic awareness, and finding a trauma-informed professional who understands the unique architecture of C PTSD. You are not fundamentally broken. You are a survivor learning how to live in peace. If this brought you some clarity today, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Be gentle with yourself, and thank you for watching.